スペシャルゲストに来ていただいています。この方は実は僕が25年前に、ギターを習っていた先生で、もちろんフラメンコギターですけれども、彼は、実はクラシックギターでもコンテストで優勝したり、フラメンコでも、素晴らしい演奏される方です。アダム・デル・モンテさんです。Hi, Adam.
Hi, Jose.
This is so difficult for me, so forgive me if I screw up.
You're doing a great job.
Could you tell me about your background a little bit?
Well, I was born in Israel, but I grew up in Spain, large part of my life. And from the age of 2, I lived in Malaga in the south of Spain. And then later on, I lived in Granada with the gypsies of Sacromonte. And then later on in my life, I lived in Madrid, where I studied with Pepe Habichuela and Gerardo Núñez and many other great flamenco artists. And so living and working in Spain for all those years gave me the experience and the knowledge that I have today.
2 years, that's almost like
Baby.
Born there, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I lived there, but I lived in Spain, then I lived in Germany, then I lived in England, then I go back to Spain. So I lived in Spain like 3 times total. But I'd spent a large, like over 12 years of my life actually in Spain.
Did you first study classical or did you first study flamenco?
My father was my first teacher.
Oh, your father.
And
okay.
He taught me flamenco and classical the very same day.
Oh, okay.
So I started with a little bit of Soleares and then also Lagrima, a classical piece by Tárrega.
Oh.
And then later on, when I was 9 years old, I went to England and I studied how to read music.
Most people have a hard time going back and forth, but for you it comes natural then. So tell me about this guitar course that you're going to be doing in the Jerez.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. This is my first course, and I will be teaching it the lower level and the higher level for solo guitar. I will be teaching for the lower level, of course, a lot of technique, a lot of exercises to develop skills, flexibility, and speed. But most importantly, I will be showing repertoire and falsetas and compás, phrases and things like remates, things that are clear. I like to count everything and be very precise in how I transmit the knowledge. And it's important to play things that are at your level so that you can express them properly and with precision and with not too much effort. So also for the lower level, I'm going to be spending a good amount of time, a fair amount of time on just to understand the flamenco theory, the flamenco scale. For me, for example, the flamenco scale is not just the Phrygian scale, right? Right? That's just not enough for me, at least, right? So we also have more notes in the complete flamenco scale, right? It would, for me, it would be this. G sharp and also D sharp, right? So this flamenco scale, for me, is the complete flamenco scale, which gives us a lot of harmonic possibilities. So I want to go into the theory of the harmonic language of flamenco, and voicings of chords and everything, so that the lower level, the beginner or intermediate level, will have an understanding of the raw material of flamenco. On top of course, phrases that will help them to understand the language better. Then for the higher level, I'm going to be teaching, of course, also technique on a higher level, and also harmony and falsetas and repertoire, also more difficult, more challenging. But for the higher level, I have a special surprise for them, because I will be sharing my own philosophy and my secrets of how to compose within the flamenco language. So I'll be giving you exercises to wake up your imagination so that you understand how to use the flamenco language in a personal and creative way. So that will be my focus on what I teach. Then we're going to be joined by a wonderful flamenco guitarist in his own right and a great accompanist, Pepe del Morao. I believe he's a cousin of Diego del Morao. Of course, he's part of the Morao family, the Morao clan, which are legendary in Jerez, of course. They're masters of accompaniment and flamenco. I mean, they're just incredible. So he will be teaching the course on how to accompany the singing. And this year, we're going to focus only on solea. We're going to learn how to accompany different styles of solea. Solea de Alcalá, solea de Triana, solea polar, solea de Jerez, and whatever other style of solea there is, he's going to know it. And he's going to be joined by a wonderful young up-and-coming flamenco singer, Coral de los Reyes. And she will be in the class singing all those different kinds of solea so we can hear exactly what is going on between the singing and the guitar playing together. So that's, the best way to learn is from the masters and it's ideal like this, And then for anybody out there that plays electric guitar, acoustic guitar, anybody who plays with a pick, who plays pop, rock, jazz, blues, funk, any of those styles, we're going to have a special guest come and teach that course. His name is Jorge Gomez, and he's an electric flamenco guitarist. He's played with Diego Carrasco and with Navajita Platea and all the other big flamenco artists in Spain who are doing the fusion with popular music. He will teach how to use flamenco elements and flamenco flavors with the style that you already play. If you're a pop guitarist or a jazz guitarist or a blues guitarist, any element that you will learn from him, from rumba, bulerías, and tangos, you will be able to use that in your style and have a much broader color and sound and expand your horizons musically.
Ah, that sounds amazing. Is it from morning to night or how?
Yes,
how
morning till night. There'll no parallel classes, which means that everybody can attend every class.
Okay.
So let's say if you're a beginner, you register for the beginner class, and that's your official class. But then if you want to audit or you want to listen to the advanced class, to the cante accompaniment class or the pop class, you can. Passively, you can sit there and listen and learn also. If you're an advanced player, you take the advanced class. If you want to sit in with the beginners, you might learn something. Who knows? I always like to go to the beginning. There's always something important to learn, even if it's fundamental. And everybody can watch the singing accompaniment class. It's more geared towards advanced level, the accompanying class, but everybody can take part in that.
I mean, it's important to be there and listen
Absolutely.
to that.
Even if you can't play, right. I mean, I'll be there helping and assisting and translating. So if the maestro Pepe del Morao is going to be teaching and explaining, I'll be there making sure that everybody, that the last person at the lowest level also gets it. I'll be there with my guitar explaining, showing what he does and taking time so everybody gets it.
This sounds really amazing. There's like a little shows from concert or something from the teachers?
Absolutely. We're going to have, the teachers are going to be there. We're going to have a jam to receive everybody at a reception on the 7th of June. On the Sunday, we're going to have a little party. And then, of course, we're in Jerez, which is the heart of the world of flamenco. So we're going to be surrounded by flamenco bars. We're going to go out. There's great food. There's a great atmosphere. Everybody dances and sings. So we'll be seeing, different performances that take place there. We also have a stage inside the place that we have. We have a stage. Maybe we can even put together a little concert. All the students who want to have an opportunity to show what they can do, they're welcome to perform. We're going to have a stage at the place where the workshop is taking place. And so it's going to be a great time. I mean, flamenco is about enjoying life, enjoying music, enjoying food. And flamenco is a way of life. Flamenco is not just something you go to a class, you study, and you practice at home. You have to live it in society.
Yeah, that's so true, because I think that's the major part that's people tend to forget nowadays, like with the internet and only studying with the videos, only studying with the tablature and stuff like that. When I went to Spain, I had to listen all the time and being there. Yeah. And something you can only learn from being there.
Exactly.
In the moment.
Flamenco is like a 24-hour university. You're living, you're breathing, you're sleeping, you're eating flamenco all the time. You're hearing it in the streets. You're hearing it between people. And all that information goes into your subconscious. And then when you go home and you start playing, all of a sudden, you don't know why all of a sudden you're doing this or you're doing that. It's because your subconscious picked up all these ideas and they start coming out. So here you have the best of all worlds. You have a structured method of teaching. specific things, explaining, breaking down, counting, everything as precisely as possible. And you have the fun part, the atmosphere, and the intuitive part. So you have really the best of both worlds in terms of how to learn and absorb flamenco.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you very much today.
Thank you
for stopping by.
Absolutely.
It's really great seeing you.
You too.
ぜひ、6月に、ヘレスに行かれる方はぜひこ
June
の
7 to 13.
17
June 7 to 13.
6月7日から13日までヘレスでインフォメーションはこのリンクに貼っておきますので、ぜひ見てください。You're gonna give me link later,
yeah. Arigato.
どうも。
Domo?
I'm just joking.
Arigato is thank you, right?
Yes.
Oh, how do you say goodbye?
Goodbye?
Yeah.
さよなら。Yeah, but
Even I knew that. Sayonara.